Good evening and welcome here on Oulton Park for our 6th appointment with the S.R.O.C Racing GT3 Sprint Series. We await the drivers to grid up. It's not a lot of drivers today. There's a few in the group who don't own the track of Oulton Park here, one of the British classic tracks on iRacing. It's unfortunate for them, but we will have a race nonetheless, and it will be Marouane Touram, the Ferrari driver, in his red-green Moroccan livery, to lead the field. We await the rest of the drivers to grid up and to let this race start off. It'll have 17 laps today. We'll have daylight during both races. It's early morning right now, but we will see the sun rise over Oulton Park here. We see Solima, who's having a connectivity issue. He will rejoin us from the pits, and Sebastian Neefjes has grid up next to him as well. We await the green lights to get us underway here at Oulton Park, and we are off. It's a great start by Neefjes. In second place, Alex Mas has a nice jump there as well, and we await Neefjes on the inside, going there for the lead, pressing Touram to the side there a little bit, but we will have a left hand right now. It's quite a long one as well. We await Touram to come first again. Dives underneath Neefjes in turn 2. Very well done there. 9 drivers still in the field today. Solima has to reconnect to rejoin the group here. Oh, and Neefjes hits the wall. Neefjes is off. Goes left where there's a right turn. That won't work. And he will have to rejoin from in the back. While Alex Mas is following Touram very closely. We can see Gilles is having some trouble with the chicane there. It's the layout without without his lap. That means that at the end of this long straight, the back straight here, we won't have that weird kink before turning right. And Alex Mas is in pursuit. Alex Mas with a small field today, determined to get some free points. There's prizes to go around at the end of the season, so it's up to him to take an advantage over those who aren't here. And at the moment it is Touram though, with a bit of a half-second advantage. We await Protega and Neefjes coming over start finish here. We can see Protega here with his marvelous green Mercedes AMG, followed by Neefjes in his own Haribo livery. And we will see if Neefjes can get around Protega easy. Looks like it. There's the move by Neefjes on the inside of turn 2. And we are back with the 2 leaders in the race, Alex Mas and Marouane Touram. Marouane Touram is on the rise in the standings. He joined us in race in round 2, I should say, in Belle Isle. Since then has been present in all races and doing well, very well. Has been known to be one of the aliens in the group. Aliens meaning one of the most fast drivers there is. But Alex Mas, with the number 1 car, is the defending reigning champion of the GT3 Sprint Series, and we'll have to say something about Marouane winning, or trying to win at least here at Oulton Park. And the drivers have concluded their second lap. It's half a lap dividing them. Behind them are Roddy and Tigelaar, who aren't very far removed from each other as well. So that might get interesting as well at the later stages in the races. And we hope these two can bring us a great battle. It's not that we have a lot of battles for the lead, especially not prolonged ones, but we will see. Anything can happen. we've seen in this league. We've also just seen Peters hitting, Navis hitting that wall very hard there and still able to regain his race. And here we see Roddy with a new livery, it seems. I don't know, it to be in orange. Dame is right behind him. And great in the standings as well. And we have a lead change with Thuram and Maas. On the long straight, the Audi seems to have a little bit more of an advantage over the Ferrari. And it's a great move there made by Alex Maas. We didn't catch it, but well done there for the lead. And now it's up to Marouane Thuram to keep up with Alex Maas. Even though Audi is looking sharp. The sun is rising, as you can see. And it's up to these two to make it a show here for today. Excuse me. Got a bit of a cold last few days. And it's gonna be a close one today. Turn with a little bit of a wider entry. Coming up the carousel, Oulton Park. Looks a bit like an easy version of the Nordschleife, to be honest. It's a lot of up and down hills. A lot of turns with a lot of camber. And Roddy seems to get away from those just a little bit. And it's going to be all about these two drivers here today. The rest won't challenge him for P1, that's for sure. Unless one of these two makes a great mistake somewhere, goes off track, spins out, which we have seen a lot of drivers do during practice. And there we go. Upside finish. See these guys push their cars to their limits. Thuram hasn't given up on that victory yet. There's 75 points to be won with a first place finish. 66 points go to P2. And both of these drivers will welcome those 75 points. And I think Thuram is going to try it here in the next corners. Has reached the Audi spoiler. And it's going to be a move very soon, I believe. Both drivers on time with their braking here. Oh, and it's almost Marouane Thuram on the inside there. Holds back at the very last second. And it's coming onto those straights where Alex Maas finds a little bit of room for himself. Thuram has to use the longer straights on the track to his advantage. And this is the distance between Dame Stigelaar and Nicolas Roddy. Nicolas Roddy, who is doing excellent things in the general standings. Second behind Kevin Enderman. Has only Marouane Thuram to fear when it comes to the Ferrari standings. Remember, every manufacturer winner will get a small prize next to the general standings winner as well. So that's gonna be an attractive prize to try to win at the end of the season. And Demis, with Kevin Enderman absent, will try to do the same. And he is losing a little bit of time here when it comes to the Ferrari's top speed. But BMW looks very balanced coming through corners. But we can see here Mariano Thuram again following Alex Mas. He's come a little bit closer than the last lap. He's shaving a few tenths off again. He's back to half a second behind him in comparison to the 7 tenths he had last lap. So it's gonna be very interesting to see here. Solima in his McLaren has come back as well, has 2 laps under his belt now. Solima with the last round result 2 weeks ago has passed Darrell Atkins in the McLaren standing, so there might be a little prize for him involved as well if he keeps this up at least. And here we can see a nice view of these 2 drivers coming downhill on the back straight. This is a little kink here. Not a lot of braking going on there, just a tap. Ooh, and running a little bit wide there is Mariano Thuram. Having a lot of momentum through those last few corners. This is the last corner right here in 2nd gear. Downhill, upstart finish. This looks like Thuram has a chance to try something next lap. Depends on how he's exiting these next few corners here. This will have a little slope downhill, then the left turn, almost a U-turn. If Thuram can maximize his speed here, he might prove a challenge for Alex Mas at the end of the straight here. There's a little bit of a kink to the left here. Drivers braking or lifting to get through it. And drivers doing excellent things here. And here come Radi and Tigelaar through the same corner. Brother guys, a little bit of a distance to overcome compared to Navius. Same goes for Peters, who has damage on his car. And here we see the pink McLaren of Solima following Peters, but has a few laps to go before he can actually challenge him for position. While Jonas Gilles in his Mercedes livery from Aces has some damage on his front hood. Curious as to why he has that damage, but it looks alright. Can continue on. And Alex Mas still under pressure by the red-green Ferrari behind him. These guys are not giving an inch. And Thuram must admit, it's been easy for him the last few races, except for race 2 of the last round. Had to retire there. Oh, and this is gonna be a great spot to try something. He's gonna take a peek at the outside, but overtaking spots are rare here at Oulton Park. Possibly good ride in the last corner, coming out of the chicane. And Tigelaar has gotten very close to Radi. It's this track helping Radi out, but far removed from each other. And Turum still trying. It's going to be a two-way battle here for P1 and 3. And it all depends on how you're exiting this chicane here, how you come onto this back stretch here. This time, we'll fall short a little bit. Ooh, Roddy is having some trouble keeping Tigelaar behind him. He's got to keep his nose together. And Turum has crashed. Marouane Turum has crashed and has lost 7 seconds. It's very weird. We've missed it on the screen here. Something must have gone awfully wrong for Marouane Turum. We try to look here and see if Alex Mas is damaged to his rear end. Doesn't seem so. So they've not hit each other. Might have been a patch of grass somewhere. And that's very unfortunate here for the lead race. But this might mean that this couple right here, Tigelaar and Roddy, might get closer to Turum with his hood all split open. And they're not far behind him at the moment. Running a little bit wide there. It's being bold. Of course, as seen on his screen that Turum has lost some significant time compared to Alex Mas. Might even see him at the end of the horizon in some places. And Sebastian Neves is being a silent fifth. He's closing in on these two. And it won't be long until he reaches them. He's only 5 seconds behind Tigelaar. And they're trying. And Turum keeps losing time. Oh, and there we see Roddy risking a lot, cutting those edges off. Hopefully his car won't lose any grip hitting those curbs or those patches of grass, because you've seen what it can do to your car. I can tell you all about it. And Sebastian Neves is now only 4 seconds behind these two. He's coming. There he is, on your screens with the number 3, Sebastian Neves. There, and Neves can see the couple in front of him. So we might see Tigelaar pressing the issue now behind Roddy, hoping to get past and not get pulled up too much. And Turum, it looks like he has given up fighting for the lead, is not getting any closer to Alex Mas. So Alex Mas can consolidate, just relax, not overdrive his car. Here we can see him nice in one shot, all three drivers coming down, back straight. Tichelaar is going wide here in some parts. Oh, and it's Turm again. Turm, we've seen him right compass on the bottom of your screens there. Losing his control of the car again. That is gonna cost him a lot of points here today. From 66 down in the 50 points. He won't be happy at the end of this race. The only thing that might be working for him is that he gets placed more to the front in race 2 if he finishes in this 4th place right now. But Neefjes will try to get around him. And now we have Roddy and Tichelaar both on podium spots. These two aren't done yet. Here we can see now all 4 in one shot. Excellent. Roddy leading the charge. And for Neefjes, this must work very motivating. He had only Tichelaar at the edge of the horizon in front of him. Now he has Turm as well in front of him. And he might use some draft and slipstream to get closer to the couple in front of him. And it looks like Neefjes might even get around Turm before Turm even reaches the couple in front of him. Neefjes just having less damage, looks a little bit more sharp in some places. It's more on edge. Looks more focused coming through there, like you can see Turm sometimes. Running a little bit wider. Not at 100%. Must be having trouble, of course, with the significant damages on his car. But they're getting closer. Neefjes and Turm less than 2 seconds behind Tichelaar. But they won't have an unlimited amount of time to get around these two guys. And Neefjes might just try and make a move here. Somewhere. It's going to be the last 2 laps now of the race. These 4 have 1 turn to go, and they'll be in lap 16 as well. Oh, and it might be a race to the finish at this point. Of course, we'd like to remember that after this race we'll have race 2 with an inverted starting grid based on the results in this race. So stay tuned. This is only race 1. And oh, it's Turm very close behind Tichelaar there. This might become very tense here. The closing phases of the race. And even Neefjes is getting very close to these two. He's right there. Roddy will be relieved. He's gotten a little bit away from Tichelaar. Oh, and here they come. It's Turm looking like he has a lot more speed and momentum coming onto the back straight here. And is on time there with Tichelaar. It's very close fighting there. Oh, it's Tichelaar knocking off their line. A little bit, doesn't want Turm to pass there. Wants that podium. Neefjes wants to mingle as well. can't go for free here at Oulton Park for B3. Nafius holding back for turn 1. Doesn't want to press the issue there. Let's see who has the better line coming through here. Looks like more on the turn. Slight better exit there than the other two. Even though Nafius looks very good coming out of that turn 2. Let's see what this kicks off for them. And it's Turum with the dive on the inside. No, too late. But Nafius now has the inside on Marouane Turum. Marouane Turum needs to watch out there not to press the issue too much. They're all hitting the grass there. And it's Marouane Turum hitting Davis Tigelaar. So it looked like Nafius has missed the chicane. And Tigelaar looking sharp. Even though it looked like he got touched a little bit there. Just a little kiss from behind. Nafius, let's see if he can keep up with the two now that he's lost some. Alex Mas is in his last lap, by the way. Let's see where he is, if we can find him. Alex Mas, where are you, Alex Mas? As come round, start, finish. Winner of race 1, Alex Mas. Defending champion of the GT3 Sprint Series. Congratulations with the win. Turum is going to try it in the last corner in turn 2. He touches Davis Tigelaar for B3. Good overtake there. Little robbing there at the end, but Turum gets back onto the podium with that overtake. Very well done. Nafius comes in P5. Prodiga will end up in P6. We're wait. Vince, Peters and Prodiga, those are the only one who haven't finished yet. Together with S.R.O.C. Prodiga is getting there, I believe. Yes, he's in the last sector. Very well done by Goran Prodiga in his Mercedes. Again, no damages to be seen on his car. Has avoided all pitfalls here on Oulton Park in race 1. Very well done. Peter is P7. And we will salute you from here. We'll be ready for race 2 here at Oulton Park. Bye bye.